Chapter 3. Analysis. Seeing Gramps was cool. Although he's 80 years old, he still has all of his wits about him. He never carries himself like he's just another old person in a senior center. Gramps was always laid back and relaxed, but wise, and he walks with a fancy mahogany cane. But don't call it a cane, because he is quick to correct you and say that it is a gentleman's walking stick. Yeah, Gramps is one sharp man. He worked as a banker for years, but now he is more content with living his life to the fullest. Nothing slows him down. There's also another gentleman who lived in the center that I talk to sometimes. After I finish visiting with Gramps, I always go down to the hall to speak to Mr. Grady. He is a little older than my grandfather, but still got around pretty well. I normally wouldn't have a reason to visit anyone else in the facility but my grandfather. But since the last talent show at the senior center starring their own residents, everything changed. There was a lady who used to be an opera singer and another who read her own original poetry. There was also a gentleman who gave his best attempt at a magic show. He called himself the Great Randucci. But the rabbit he's supposed to make disappear escaped and began hopping all around the lobby where the performers were. Things went from bad to worse when he realized that his fake handcuffs were actually real. It was so funny because he couldn't remember where he had placed the keys. But the humor wore off because after a while, they had to call the police to come and get them off. It took hours, but the experience was amazing. Then there was Mr. Grady. It turns out that Mr. Grady used to be an old cabaret performer like those from back in the early days, when you usually had to sing, dance, and act. We call those people triple threats now. He started as a kid when people noticed his talents as a performer. He wasn't nearly as famous as leaders like Cab Calloway, but he did follow his career and modeled his style after him, as well as that of other performers like the Nicholas brothers. So when it was his turn to perform, he didn't hold anything back. I watched with awe as Mr. Grady played the piano, sang, and did a tap dance routine like you wouldn't believe. I was totally blown away. I just couldn't believe it. My grandfather told Mr. Grady that I was somewhat of a performer as well. And since then, I make it my business to drop by to get tips on how to put on a good show. My time with Gramps is much more of a ritual than a visit. When I sit down with Gramps, the first thing I do is make my next move in our long-standing chess match. Move HXG5 plus a Zwischenzug. Bye-bye, pawns. Check, I say, gloating. Grandpa stares at the chessboard as if trying to move the pieces with his mind. Interesting, he said. He always says that as if to both encourage me and to throw me off at the same time. It used to bother me, but not anymore. Now my skills have progressed to the point where I enter the zone. And when I'm playing in the zone, nothing can throw me off. So, Vaughn, what's on your mind? I took a deep breath and proceeded. Gramps, I have a big dilemma. Go on, said Gramps as he makes his move. Move. QXG5. I have the spring talent show in a few weeks. So are you ready? He asked, still never taking his eyes off the board. For sure, I said. I just need to work out some last minute details, but I'm ready. So what's your dilemma? Asked Gramps, intrigued. Dad signed me up for a chess tournament on the very same day as the talent show. I don't know what to do. I mean, this talent show is very important to me, and I've really been planning for it. Plus, it will keep my status in school as the top MC. The top what? MC? Asked Gramps. MC, microphone controller. I'm sorry, Gramps. It's another term for rapper, I explained. Boy, I sure don't understand you young folks, Gramps said with a chuckle. Go on. Right. I can't miss this talent show, but I love going to these chess tournaments. Even if I decided not to go to the talent show, no one would ever understand that I gave it up for just a chess contest, I said. What do you mean, just a chess contest? Why do you say it like that? Said Gramps. Gramps, no one at school, not even my friends, know I play chess. It's just not something that is very popular, explained Vaughn. Well, life is just like a chess match, Vaughn. Sometimes the easiest move isn't always the best move. You see, it's very easy to go along with the crowd, but it takes true courage to be a leader and an individual. Besides, have you ever thought that you may be depriving your friends the opportunity of learning something new through chess? This game is more than just moving pieces on squares. It's all about strategy. And now you must think of a good strategy to help you come to an answer to your dilemma. But no matter what, Vaughn, always be true to who you are, Gramps said emphatically. Thanks, Gramps. And by the way, move RXH5 number sign. That king isn't going anywhere. Checkmate.